We have spent this week looking at different aspects of Christ's kingship. Today, we'll explore how the Lord is merciful in nature toward us and the world. May you come to treasure the mercy of God in your life as we take time today to explore it. He is truly so good to us, and it is fitting for us to celebrate Him in all of His goodness. Welcome to the First 15 podcast. Our scripture for today comes from Matthew 9, verse 13. Scripture says, "Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I came not to call the righteous, but sinners." The ministry of Jesus is laden with acts of mercy. From acts of healing and forgiveness to meals shared with those entirely undeserving of His attention, His heart was filled with mercy for His people. Have you ever thought that God might delight in showing you mercy? Have you ever thought that He might actually enjoy stepping into your world and offering that which you are wholly unworthy of? Does a good father loathe the times he needs to step in and forgive a child? Does a good father always force his kids to toe the line of perfection and offer only harsh words when they inevitably fail? The very coming of Christ was an act of mercy. We who were left to try and find relationship under the law discovered our inability to live up to God's standards. When left to live by our own strength, we quickly reveal ourselves to be made of dust. But Jesus' coming demonstrated a part of God's heart we still find hard to believe today. God's desire is to step into the lives of His children and offer compassion and forgiveness where there is only failure and guilt. His desire is to pick us up even after we've made a mess and comfort us, while at the same time empowering us to live differently. We serve a merciful King. Psalm 103 verses 2 through 4 says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all His benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy." Jesus bore a crown of thorns that we might be crowned with His steadfast love and mercy. Jesus, the only one deserving of God's love, took on the guilt and shame we deserved, that our lives might be marked by compassion and grace. In this life, you will make mistakes. There will not be a single day in which you experience perfection. But Jesus' birth, life, and death reveal to us that life is not about our imperfections, but about God's perfect love. Life is not about our failures or successes, but about the God who loves us through it all. Take time today in guided prayer to allow God to crown you with His steadfast love and mercy, that your heart might find peace in the arms of your merciful King. as we begin, meditate on the mercy of God. Lamentations 3, verses 22 and 23 says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." And next, where do you need a revelation of God's mercy today? Where are you feeling frustration or guilt around your weaknesses? And last, ask God for a revelation of His mercy. Ask Him how He sees your weaknesses. Allow His mercy to lay a new foundation for your life, that you might live by grace today. Hebrews 4:16 says, "Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need." In Matthew 9:13, Jesus says, "Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I came not to call the righteous, but sinners." We are called to live as agents of God's mercy. One of the most powerful ways we can reflect the character of Jesus is by offering mercy to those in desperate need of it. Don't hold others to standards of perfection. Rather, show forgiveness and love to those who, like you, are in desperate need of grace. May you find joy in being used by God to bring light and love to others today. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. I'm Josh Miller with Verse 15. If you have a moment today, would you rate and review the podcast? Sharing your personal experience of how God is meeting with you in this space can help someone else who needs it find it, and can also help you process how God is moving in your own life. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the podcast as well so you don't miss an episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and may God bless you as you seek Him. I hope today's devotional helped you find calm and to connect with God in a deeper way. Imagine sharing that same sense of peace with thousands more in 2025. Right now, you can make that happen with a $65,000 matching grant in place. Every gift you give by December 31st will be doubled to help reach our $164,000 year-end goal. Already this year, so many people, like millions of people, have connected with God as a result of the resources they find at First 15 through our app, website, emails, worship, and podcasts like this one. But you and I know there are millions more who need to discover God's peace in the first 15 minutes of their day. So please consider a year-end gift and think about how your support can be a lifeline to someone needing hope each morning. Each dollar you give will be doubled to provide more people with devotionals, worship experiences, and other resources to help them connect with God, find encouragement, and start their day rooted in His love. Your gift will meet them in the hardest moments, bringing the peace and strength they long for. If you're ready to make this impact doubled by the matching grant, just click the link in today's show notes or visit supportfirst15.org to give. That's supportfirst15.org. Thank you for the lives you'll touch and the hope you'll spread in the coming year.